Taubman Centers completed Marley Station in 1987. At the time, it included 2 new anchor stores, Hecht's and Macy's. Let's just say that the mall didn't get off to a good start. A body was found on April 23, 1985 in a trash can that was dug up on the construction site of the Marley Station Mall on Ritchie Highway. The body was later identified as Roger Hearn Kelso, a young man who was born in 1943, a local resident in Glen Burnie, Maryland, and had last been seen in 1962. His remains were later identified in 2019. Yes, that's right, 2019, 34 years after being discovered at the site of the mall. Taubman expanded the mall in 1994 with a third anchor, JCPenney, which was the most requested store among mall patrons at the time. Sears was added in 1996 as a fourth anchor. The store replaced an existing Sears in Glen Burnie, which was built in the 1960s. In 2006, Macy's relocated to the Hecht's building when Macy's parent company bought that of Hecht's and sold its original location to Boscov's. Boscov's operated out of the former Macy's for only 2 years, closing the store in 2008 as part of the chain's bankruptcy proceedings. In 2004, Taubman sold the mall to Mills Corporation, who later became part of Simon Property Group. The Woodmont Company was appointed as the receiver to manage and lease Marley Station in March of 2013 until Bank of America settled the dispute with Simon Property Group or foreclosed. In January 2012, INET purchased the largest single building at Marley Station Mall, the former Boscov space, to operate the CyberNap data center. Unlike the rest of the mall, except Macy's, the INET space is 3 stories. At capacity, INET expects to be about $1 billion in economic activity and about 2,500 jobs at CyberNap. In June of 2013, INET, owner of CyberNap, expressed an interest in buying all of the properties to expand the data center throughout the mall. However, the mall's manager, the Woodmont Company, said there were no plans to sell or close down, but rather we're working to increase current occupancy by both retaining existing tenants as their leases renew and by leasing current vacancies. At the start of 2012, Marley Station had a vacancy rate of 44%, up from 33% a year earlier. In June of 2013, a spokeswoman for Woodmont said the occupancy rate at the mall was close to 85%. The mall was listed on the real estate website as being up for auction on September 25, 2013. An 8-screen movie theater, originally operated by United Artists Theaters, opened on June 5, 1987 near the mall's food court. The movies at Marley Station were later run by Regal Entertainment Group, which had acquired United Artists. On February 20, 2014, the theater closed its doors after nearly 27 years of service without notice. 2 months later, mall management announced that the theaters would be renovated and reopened in the summer of 2014. On June 20th, Horizon Cinemas opened 4 theaters with 4 more to follow later, featuring an all-new 3D digital projectors, a new lobby with digital signage, and upgraded concessions, updated bathrooms, and roomier seating. TKL East, who had obtained the mall through foreclosure from the original owner, Simon Property Group, sold it to L&R Properties. In 2015, Marley Station began experiencing financial difficulties. The mall had near-term rollover risk and was advising investors to expect 70% losses on their investment. A 2016 report found that the mall was 29% of the remaining fund and all classes of debt were rated as below investment grade or in default. The mall's occupancy was reported as under 75%. The mall was appraised for $39.8 million of the original $114.4 million loan. In total, there was an $88.7 million difference between the appraisal and the total amount due on the loan, basically putting it underwater. Aeropostale, as part of its bankruptcy, announced that it would close its store at the Marley Station Mall in 2016. In February of 2016 appraisal, the mall's appraised value dropped to $31.5 million. In September of that year, Marley Station was listed for an auction on the 10X website with a starting price of $5 million. The mall ownership rebuffed an earlier $10 million offer by INET's Deepak Jain. The auction ended on October 19, 2016. Marley Station was sold by L&R Properties to G.L. Harris for a price revealed after closing on December 20, 2016 to be $22.7 million. The mall lapsed into foreclosure in 2020, and the owner, Marley Station Mall LLC, a subsidiary of G.L. Harris, filed for bankruptcy. Marley Station Mall went back to auction on September 14, 2020. The sale price was $1.6 million plus at least $15 million existing debt. The local investor discovered that the bankruptcy filing in Texas had put a stop to the foreclosure auction sale. The Marley Station property held two loans now, one for $15.6 million and the other one for $1.6 million. Sears closed on January 24, 2021 as part of the plan to close 7 stores nationwide, which left JCPenney's and Macy's as the only traditional anchors left, but you can also add Horizon Theaters and Gold's Gym if you really want to be very technical about it. If you like this content, leave a comment below about your memories of this mall, or if you have a suggestion for a future video. And don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to my channel. If you want to see histories about defunct or maybe not so defunct stores, head on over to my other channel, Eric C. Productions. Thanks.